Hey, what's happening? Red Nation, Red People, Red Host, Red As, Red, Reds, Red. We back. Hey, Red Nation, hello guys. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. Remember, if you're finding value in what we're sharing and what we're delivering, please subscribe, follow, like, as the case may be. And see these little fellas passing across the screen here. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, IG, the works, like, share, subscribe, as the case may be. Let us know, give us some feedback. Let me know how the information has been fruitful to you, how it has helped you in some way, how it's been a blessing, how it's been, just give us some feedback how we're going, so we know where we need to tweak and focus on and that kind of thing. So the topic for today: entertainers in the COVID. Entertainers in the COVID, because I hear that talk going wrong. Apparently people are of the view that entertainers not doing enough because they have so much money and tralala, tralele, and they're not doing enough to help the poor and to help the needy and to put a little dollar here and to put a little thing on that side. And so I want to talk about that this evening because it has some things inside it that I think people not taking into consideration. I red, so we come in fire. But I think it has some stuff inside that people need to be aware of and take cognizance of. And without calling names, part of this came up because of a recent incident with a particular soca artist who they said they had to shut down the show and a whole set of drama and all kind of mad thing. So here's my take on it. I don't know, I have a different spin, right? I don't care what people think. That everybody have their opinion. So this is my opinion. Here's what I think about it. Firstly, I am aware. Now you may not be aware, but I am aware that a lot of these artists under very low, very privately, have been making significant contributions to a number of charities long before COVID was even a thought in people's mind. So to say that now that the COVID here thing, we're not seeing the artist thing, I commented that just now. So firstly, we need to understand that a lot of these artists have been doing things very privately, but very big things. I know for a fact, I could attest to that. I know that for a fact. So that's one. Because people, I hear talk, people saying, somebody say, they give them artists how much thousands of dollars, in them fete and thing and all that. Firstly, understand this. You didn't give the artist your money. You give the promoter your money. So let me get that straight one time. Few artists. Let me take the recent carnival that just went, because that's where a lot of the talk coming from. A lot of the bashing is really on the soca artists, some of the big ones. So here it is. And I'm not defending them, but I want us to see this in a balanced way. Now, most of these soca artists do not promote their own shows. If you didn't know, now you know. There are promoters. There are people who have made a business from promoting events. They hire artists to come and perform in their shows. It is not the artist's show. The promoters pay the artists. You do not pay the artist. You pay the promoter. You buy buying a ticket to go to the promoter's show. Because if the show busts, case in point, again, I'm not calling it, but if the show happened to bust, and what the promoter was hoping to make, they didn't make, you feel they could go and tell the artist, well, we didn't make too much, so take half price. No, they still have to find money to pay the artist. So it's not your money that paying the artist, you are paying the promoter. The promoter is who paying the artist. So if you want to have a problem with the artist, you're talking about how much money you give the artist thing, so they should jump out now. In the first place, no artist can put a gun to your head and tell them you choose to pay $2,000 or $1,500 or $1,000 for an all-inclusive ticket to go a fete. That's your problem. Don't blame the artist for that. Because if you had to go down that road, then you had to say the same thing about the promoter. And oh gosh, I ain't want to call names, but we could call names of all kind of big fete and all kind of big events that went all over the place. If you want to say the artist supposed to jump out, then more than the artist, the promoter supposed to jump out. Think about that. And then you had to say, if that is the case, then you had to start calling all kind of big business, because a lot of them sponsor these events. That means the money come back to them, not the artist. The artist just working like normal. And if you're saying because you give an artist how much money by way of paying for fete or whatever, they're supposed to jump out, then you have to go and tell your boss that too. In fact, I could tell you that, because your boss pay you how much money to do your work wherever, then you're supposed to jump out, because you gain money too. Somebody putting money in your pocket for your business, for what you do in your work. What the artists doing, that's their job. A lot of artists, that's all they do full time. They are entertainers. So that's their job. That's just like you. So if you're saying because you put money in their pocket, which is actually paying them to do their job, then we could make the same demand of you, because somebody pay you, put money in your pocket for you to do your job. So then how you answering that? So how you answering that? No, friend, that's not the case. And it's only because we don't know certain things, we just bumpy gum and talk all kind of different things. As I started by saying, I know for a fact that a lot of artists have been doing things long before COVID, and unknown to the public, they have even stepped up their game. But now I'll show you this. Here and there where it come kind of tricky and sad. When thing was going nice, you hear a lot of people talking about you see all kind of thing about if you had to help somebody, do it in secret, they don't want to post no picture and nobody had to know, and they bash that, because there are people who will post up photos where they distribute some hampers and whatever, and and they help somebody fix a roof, and a lot of people up in arms. Why they doing that? They shouldn't put the people on up on thing. They could do that private. They want to show nobody no picture. All that kind of trouble. Now that the artist doing it under law is a different story. Now, granted, I understand that it may not necessarily be the same people who said that now saying this. I understand that, but oftentimes they are the same people, because there are people who just like bacchanal. So 1 minute we hearing, don't let nobody know, keep it secret, keep it private, that thing. Now we hearing why they don't come out and let the people know, why they ain't show, post two pictures to show where you give a hamper. Make up all your mind, Trinidad. Make up all your mind now. But anyhow, the point about it is, there are people who have been doing significant work behind the scenes that a lot of you just don't know of. So not because you didn't see an artist, and this could be anybody, soca artists, gospel artists, R&B, people who into dance, people who into filmmaking, whatever. There's a whole set of people we could call. That was say entertainment or entertainers in the COVID, because we're talking about all of them. But not because you didn't see it means it didn't happen. And no artist had to prove anything to you. Hey, look, we helping the poor. We just came and give out 2 hampers. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. But they don't need to satisfy you anything. You chose to pay your money to go whatever fete, whatever concert, whatever bram, whatever engagement, whatever activity. You chose to pay your money to go there, because that is what the artist does for a living. You're too fast and out of place to come and tell the artists how they should use their money. I serious, make care if you're vexed. I saying it, you're fast and out of place. You can't do that. What have you done? All the talk you talk. What have you done? You want to beat up on the artists, but what you do? What you do? Who you help? How much hamper you give away? How much money you squeeze out a little corner to put so to help somebody to buy a tin of peas or a bottle of juice? How much you do that? But you talk about the artists. The artists have bills just like anybody else. Nah, we can't be so unfair, man. No, let me flip the switch a little bit. So I beat up the people. Let me flip the switch. Let me flip the switch a little bit. Now, to the artists now, here is my take. Again, this is my take. Or they could vex with me, or let the monkey agree with me. There's no problem. This is my take. I am saying, due to the fact that as an artist, you know how the public views you. You are aware. You are a public figure. Granted, you don't want to make a scene. Granted, you're not on the show thing. What you're doing nice and cool and quiet. I am also suggesting, on the flip side, to keep a measure of accord, to keep a measure of saneness, to keep a measure of calm, to keep a measure. Not that you're trying to prove anything, but I am suggesting, this is my suggestion, it will be no harm in done just to let people know that you are aligned to some organization. I don't see no big thing in that. Now, again, I'm not saying you have to do it. You're an artist, you do your thing. I am saying, in light of what is happening and what people are saying and all that kind of stuff, I don't see any harm being done that, you could make some public statement or, just to show that, or, whatever charity you're aligned with, maybe it's some children's home, just to pose, take a picture with them kind of thing, just to let people know, hey, we're doing work here. You don't have to go into specifics. You don't have to show that you're going to distribute 500 hampers by a particular place, or you're going by whatever person name to fix their roof because it blew off with some bad weather last week. You don't need to do that. But maybe I'm just saying maybe if you did something just for people to know, hey, no, or they're getting it wrong, don't feel we're not doing anything, we're doing a lot, and just let them know, let them see that you're doing something. You understand? I think it will go a long way in quelling the little bit of mental disturbance that's going on with people. Again, not that you need to prove anything, but at the end of the day, while I disagree with people saying things like, they pay the artist so much money thing, and and that kind of, so the artist should pump back now to help people and that kind of stuff. At the same time, as an artist, you also have to acknowledge that you are where you are because of your fans. I mean, that is a fact. You are as big as you are because of your fan. When you did that, when you go to perform in a fete, it's not you alone. You're performing for people who paid money. They did not pay you, and I made that point clear. They did not pay you. The promoter did, but they paid money to come to see you. So gospel artists, same thing. They paid money to come to see you. You're into R&B, you're maybe into theater. They paid money to come to see you. So I think it's only fair. Again, this is just me. I could take some bashing, no problem. I have artists in my family, if they want to bash, no problem. Friends who are artists, they want to be, no problem. I could take the licks. This is just my view. I am saying, in as much as this is how people feel about you and they perceive that there's a lack of input from you into helping with this whole COVID scenario, I am saying, in as much as you are where you are because of them, and by and large, I'm almost sure, well, again, like the note, there's a particular note I heard, right? It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But this individual who talked about, how much money they paid the artists. Obviously, they went to the event, so they are fans. So it's your fans talking, right? It's your fans who saying these things, and it's not that they're trying to beat you down, but it's just that they feel, oh gosh, I mean, I'll do something kind of thing. Again, you don't have to prove anything to anybody, but I am just suggesting the fact that you are where you are because of the fans and the people who have come to see you perform in whatever capacity. I see nothing big. This is me. I see nothing big. If you could jump out and just say, hey guys, although beat up, we're doing a lot. You're just not hearing about it. You're probably not seeing anything in the newspapers, but we're doing stuff. And you post it a little picture kind of thing. And what do you think? I'm making sense? I'm not making sense. Tell me too, I mean, I mightn't be the smartest, the brightest bulb in the on the string, in the room, however they say it. Nobody understand what I mean. I mean, that's just my opinion. Everybody has theirs. The people who made the various comments, that's just the opinion. And as I told some people in another group, I may not like your choice, but I have to respect your right to have a choice. So I may not like your opinion, but I have to also respect your right to have that opinion. Just like you had to respect my right to have mine. But that's just my opinion on the whole matter. Right, so is that love thing? Red? We going down? We nice? We smooth? Right. So I want to leave you now with 3 things as usual. You know, we cut it. The verse of the day. And this one comes from Mrs. Sarah Burton. And this is what it says. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples made by human hands. Good word, Sarah. Good word. Does not live in temples made by human hands. And that comes from Acts chapter 27 verse 24. So let me give you now the tip of the day. And the tip of the day comes from Mrs. Nicole Henry. Nicole, Nix, big you up. Nicole says, how you speak to yourself matters. I find that interesting. How you speak to yourself matters. Just let that kind of marinate a little bit. How you speak to yourself matters. Serious one. And finally, as usual, we drop in a tree. So it's verse of the day, tip of the day, and the joke of the day. And the joke of the day today comes from Mr. Dwayne Cadiz. Dwayne, if you're listening, if you're watching, I'm beginning up. Joke of the day. So Dwayne asks, why don't scientists trust atoms? And the answer is, because they make up everything. Good one, Dwayne. Good one. Good one. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. You know, it's a little catchy for some people. Atoms make up everything. Atoms comprise everything. Comprised of atoms. But look at it. They make up everything. I know it kind of like plane just fly over some people's head. They make up everything. So again, send in your verse of the day, send in your quote of the day, send in your joke of the day. Leave it as a message, or you can send it to me direct. The emails are there, everything. Or send it to any one of the contacts. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or right here on YouTube. Just send it, you know. Let's big up and have a nice time. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's a wrap. Another episode I read. Down in the bag. So I am leaving here and we will see you next time. All red.